It'll start eventually. Greetings, minions! Lord Crocker Squirrel here, and welcome back to ADHD Gamer. This one is for The Lost Souls. Now, we've covered a couple other games in this pile, or from this particular developer recently, and this one actually appears to be a sequel to one of the others. But I digress. With me today, we have special guest, A Flying Rick.
Sup?
And we're gonna go. I took some footage earlier, and now we're going to have a look see. All right. So this game was released on April the 11th of 2016 to mostly negative reviews, or at least it has been since September. I don't know what we got after that. Let's see. Key activations 48. 37 Steam purchases, and we actually have more positive than negative once we take all of those into account. And I find it very strange. Brick was talking about there being a correlation between the number of key activations and the number of positive reviews. So,
and also the fact that it's low price with trading cards.
Yep, it's
or easily acquired keys with trading cards.
It's $2. It's normally $2 on Steam. Right now on sale for 49 cents, up until the 29th of November, which is going to be hilarious. Yeah, only 26 reviews in my languages, so we're going with the. Screw it. We're not worried about it that much. So that's pretty much covered it. Let's get down to some footage, shall we? You ready for some doom, gloom, and destruction? Hello, Brick.
As I ever will be.
Okay. So, here we go. What is like in hell? Do not feel the wind. Do not touch soft grass with your feet. Do not see the sun. Do not hear the child's laugh. Do not understand what is joy, family, friends, blah, 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 blah. Now it's going to scroll up.
And that tells us nothing.
And this
Absolutely nothing.
This is the house that we did for the game immediately previous to this white mirror. And it actually refers to the white mirror in this particular segment. So, hooray for that. Alright, so let's start a new story. Actually, believe it or not, I wound up getting killed at the end of this particular run. The end of this video will be me getting slaughtered by a zombie.
Because why not?
Because I didn't know whether it was actually serious. Because we actually see it at least one other time, and it's not. He vanishes as soon as we look at it. That'll come up here in a minute. So at this point, actually, this is the third attempt to do this particular video. The first time my footage got hammered because I was silly. The second time, my audio was silenced because I was silly. And this time, I think we've actually got it. So we're going to see how that works. See?
Hopefully.
Even I can get incompetent sometimes. It's amazing how that works.
Still, what I said last time about how this is all just Game Guru and that's probably an asset pack because it recycles the same tile sets that don't join up properly if you look at the ground.
Yep.
Recycles the same tile sets, recycles the same buildings, recycles a lot of things.
Or at least the things that look like buildings.
Yes.
He used to for save points in Wooden House. He was using a model of the Venus de Milo. Yes, that's correct, folks. Here is the he actually gave us the answer to the code directly in an overlay rather than do this properly. Turn around. And there was a zombie. It then vanished. So the next time I run into this zombie, I'm not going to be sure whether it's serious or not. And as it happens, it was very serious. It was serious about numbing my face. I just let it, because by that time I was pretty well sick of it. Okay, now here's an interesting little thing here. This is actually an audio cue. That is a switch, an audio switch. You cross back and forth over it, and it dings. Please note the left-hand side there. That is an empty set. That is a bit of block over there. It's just kind of a wood cover over the floor right there. This is a church. Poo Nepo. You're actually giving us the answer to the riddle, spelled backwards.
It's not really a riddle then, is it?
No, it's not. Use the keyboard to solve the riddle.
I wouldn't even call this a puzzle. I would literally just call it game design.
Funnily enough, you only have X amount. The hardest part of it is you only have X amount of time in which to actually type the thing in. The 7 keystrokes involved, or at least in that case, you only have X amount of time.
Okay.
An entrance from this damn place. It's an exit from. Learn to English, please. That's really, really lazy.
It's pretty clear that English is not the devs' first language. More so in the previous games than this one, though. You can say that they've at least learnt some English in this one.
So the thing is, he also likes to force the triggers to happen in order, and that's the thing that he did here. That press X was actually for a thing behind me, but yeah, that little document right there, we'll check it later. But yeah, heavy-duty noises that don't actually comport with what they're actually doing, and we're gonna do the same thing here. Turns out you get these riddles, you get these quote-unquote riddles in the same order regardless of which direction you go. And the same tasks. Nice illuminated freaking switch. That switch has appeared in several other games that he's done. But
and sent me underwater.
Yeah. But this guy has released 6 games in the last 15 months as of the making of this particular video. And I hope I'm not the only one that finds that kind of odd and appalling in turn.
All through Greenlight as well.
Yes, they've all been through Greenlight.
Like suspiciously regular through Greenlight.
I mean, the longest he's gone without releasing a game is 4 months. Luos Yim. Okay. Almost completely without fanfare that time. We're going to go back down here because that's the thing we should do. We look to the left because that's actually a dead end. We're not going to go there. Now, I'm going to check and see whether or not I can see the thing that's going to roar at me in a minute. And unfortunately, I will not. And the problem with the sad part of this was actually worse. It was actually worse when I did that. I was like, what the hell? Because that's actually another one of those little triggered Sonic events that he seems to adore so much. When you're talking about the floor creeping, that's okay. You know, shit like that. But if you're talking about significant events, you might want to think twice before you do something like that. Put it on a timer, do something else as far as the trigger goes, but don't make it quite so obvious that this is what you've done. Yep. Has no thoughts what is waiting for me when I will go down. So, moving on. This is the end of chapter 2. And we're not going to get through all of Chapter 3 before this ends here in about 3 minutes, because that's going to be a thing that's going to go sideways.
I just think it's lazy, inexperienced game design. Like, I'd be more forgiving of this if it was on Game Jolt or itch.io for free, but yeah, it's definitely.
This is a title that is being sold, and it's not his first game; it's his
actual
fourth.
money.
It's not his first game; it's his fourth. He should know better than this by now. I mean, he really should not have. He really should have figured this shit out now. There's the crappy looking skeleton. Of course, that's not the first time we've seen it either. Or the bottle of wine that he's going to use, that we're going to see here in a little bit. With the Monty Python-esque sound of drinking sound effects. Here we go. Gotta move the headset here. And now he is drunk. And I don't know what effect this has aside from just getting him into a 3-minute LSD trip, but actually not even that long. It's only like 2. But if I remember correctly, I was within sight of the last, I could actually see the last artifact when the Zombone got me.
I just think it's very lazy. It looks like a high school game making project. Yeah.
Even for high school, this seems like it would be kind of amateurish. But we see way too much of this stuff on Steam. We really do.
Yeah.
Oh, we can get in here now. Okay, cool. Roar, it says. Look behind me. I saw something move. I'm thinking, okay, what am I doing? There it is. Oh, it hasn't noticed me? Yes, it did. And it just starts to walk. And then it just walks me to death.
Yep. Okay. Just sort of shuffles along the ground in front of your body.
And just died.
Yep.
So, yeah. Lazy making of a game. Repeated use of sharing of assets across multiple projects, because we saw even more of them for Wooden House, which was his 5th game, and I'd be willing to bet that that the most recent one from November has bits of it too. It's just one-trick ponies. There are too many. And this particular horse, yeah. The vet declared it dead several years ago, and you're still flogging it. Why are you doing that? Okay, this is not the way. This is not the way we should do this. I'll be honest with you. So that's going to be pretty much it for this one. Any final remarks there, Rick?
There's not really much to say about it, except that it's just lazy, very poorly put together, and yeah, should not be sold.
You throw a bunch of assets in a blender and call that a game. This is not good. So, with that, we will bid you good eve, good day, or whatever it happens to be where you are in your part of the world. And at the time you actually watch the video. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that nice stuff in the and in the meantime, be safe, be sane, and do you remember the line there, Brick?
No, I'm all right. I pretty much said my bit. It's just one of those things, really, that this exists.
Yes, and probably shouldn't. All right,
Even
folks.
that statue's off center. If you actually look at it on the pillar, it's off
Yeah,
center.
it's all wrong.
Yep. And those
All right.
pillars look like dicks.
Well, let's make games fun again. Probably by honestly criticizing games like this.